Greetings, brothers and sisters. I hope everyone is well. Welcome to part 2 of For the People Q&A. Today, it's just like the last one that we did, like the first one we did. I'm going to answer some questions that was emailed to us, or should I say DM to us, whichever way you sent us your questions. And we're going to get straight into it. I hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. Remember, you have a box where you can ask your questions. I think it's on the right hand side for you guys. All right. So if you're signed up to the members only page, then you're aware that we already have a video on skin health, and we have a video about fasting. So I would appreciate, if anybody has any if anybody has any questions about the videos about fasting or skin health or any other videos, please make sure you ask your questions if you feel like there were things not answered in those videos. Okay. Now, we were asked to speak about these topics: how to eat well with a budget. We were also asked
it's 7 o'clock.
There we go. The one time. We were asked about explaining what eating disorders are. We were also asked about how to transition children to the alkaline way of living. And we were also asked how many meals to eat per day. Is having raw food better than having cooked food? How to get rid of parasites? Teeth health, gum health, vaccinations, recommended herbs for general health, CBD, THC, probiotics, how to remove mucus and plaque, hybrid foods, deep breathing, and so on and so forth. There's many things, So we're just gonna jump right into let's see. How to transition the children. Yes, let's talk about that. Remember, if you have any questions, put your questions inside of the box, please. We'll try and answer that as soon as possible. So, how do we transition children onto the alkaline way of living? First of all, it depends on the age of the child. If the child is, let's say, for example, 3 years old and upwards, you still have a chance, But if the child is, let's say, 6 years old and going up, that child is already kind of molded into the way he or she wants to eat, And the only way that you're gonna get them to start eating right is for you to start putting your foot down. Meaning, you've been on the planet Earth longer. You've been on the planet Earth longer than your children, okay? And you've been on the planet Earth longer than your children, but yet your children are telling you what you need to be doing or what you need to be giving them to eat. You can't allow your child to dictate to you what it is that they need. You know, you have to tell your child what he or she needs and explain why that is. Don't just tell the child. Okay? It is very important to give our children as close to what is out there as possible. Reason being is because when your children see other children with lollipops and sweets, and for the parents out there that don't celebrate Christmas, you know, not that I do, I'm just saying, any parents out there that don't do the Christmas thing, if they see other children with gifts, they'll be upset as well. You know, like what children see other children doing, that's what the children want to do. You know, they'll feel like they're being left out. You know, they're not participating in whatever holidays or whatever it is. So because of that, we have to now provide for them what they provide for other children in shops and supermarkets. We have to make ice bowls. We have to make pizza. We have to make things like candy, sweets, you know. We have to make these things. And then people are asking right now, what do we make them from? We have to experiment. You know, we know that tamarind is Mother Nature's sour starburst. You know, if you use that, you have an innovative idea. You can find a way to use that to create a sweet, or you can use that to create a ice pole. You can go on the internet right now and buy, you know, them bags that the bags that most people put their cannabis in, the plastic bags, and it has the little seal at the top. When you close it, it's plastic. There's ones like that, but are just longer. Okay, and you could fill that bag up with a liquid, with tamarind juice, or you could fill that bag up with ginger and lime and agave, or just ginger and lime by itself, or just ginger juice by itself, or whatever, and freeze that. And there you have it. You have your own ice ball. You know, if the children like spaghetti bolognese, what you're gonna do is go to the Amazon website and order spelt spaghetti. Done. The stew, if you go to our recipe icon and click the recipes, we'll show you how to make a bell pepper stew. Done. And then for the meatballs, all you have to do is go to our fonio and burger recipe video. Done. And you can make, and just to put it out there, instead of you going there just right now, you can mash up mushrooms with your hands, put onions, put maybe a bit of mashed up chickpea flour, mashed up chickpeas, or chickpea flour as well. You know, you put, I said onions, you put your little peppers if you like them spicy. You put in your onion powder, your sea salt, your thyme, you know, and then you mix that, and you mix it, and you mix it, and you make sure it's firm. If it's still wet, add more chickpea flour. Till it's firm, add more seasoning and more flour. The flour is killing the seasoning. So if you add more flour, you have to add more seasoning. And when you got that nice and firm, test it. Test a small one. You know, test a small little tiny one on the pan. And if that comes out good, then you know the whole batch is going to be good. You know, and that's your Meatballs, simple. Pizza, same principles. You're making the dough out of water, chickpea flour, and a little bit of sea salt, and a tiny bit of hemp milk or coconut milk. Okay, that's your mix. You make your mix with that, your dough with that, and then you just put your toppings and put it in the oven. It's done. But we have to learn these things. These you're not gonna know, even if someone showed you the recipe right there in your face, right there. First time round might not be the best. First time round it might be the best. You don't know. But I believe that there's always room for improvement, and one only progresses in life. One can only get better in life. You know, life is not about regress. It's about progress. You always progress. So the first time you do it, it might not come out right. Second time better. Third time better. Fourth time eyes closed. Fifth time eyes closed and better. Do you get what I mean? So we have to love ourselves enough to say to ourselves, you know what? Like, I love myself so much. I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna give the gift of health to myself. Because no one can give you that gift of health but yourself. You know? I don't know if I apologized about my lateness today, brothers and sisters. I was supposed to start at 6. I started at 7. So apologies about that. In the future, we're always gonna start at 6 o'clock. Okay, London time, BST. BST means British Summer Time. Okay, that's just for the summertime only. So yeah, the children, you need to figure out what it is they like and make alkaline versions of that. That's what love is about. You know, love is about sacrifice. Love is about going that extra mile. You know that time when you saw something and you thought, oh, that was lovely, or your mind said, "Raw, that woman really loves that man," or that man really loves that woman. You saw something that was pertaining to love. That's the same love that you have to have with it for yourself and for your children. You know, it's hard. It's not easy changing someone's diet after 42 years, 35 years, 62 years, 19 years. It's not easy. Do you understand? However, we must try our absolute best to change, act. ACT, act. Action changes things. If you don't change, if you don't act, nothing will change. You know? So we have to have that at the forefront of our mind at all times. Otherwise, we'll just be wasting time. And time, you can't get that back. You know, you can't get that back. That's something that everyone has access to. There's no, I had more than you, or you had less than me. It is what it is. Use it to your advantage, you know. So, yes. Now we're gonna go into how many meals to eat per day. Well, 1. You're supposed to drink only 1 meal per day. Sorry, eat 1 meal per day. It's that water, you see. Why is that? Because the body was not made to do the things that we do today. You know, the body has 3 steps. Consumption, digestion, 4 steps, sorry. Consumption, digestion, absorption, elimination. Consumption, digestion, absorption, elimination. Okay. Now, these 4 steps, right? Hold on, sorry, brothers and sisters. Give me 1 second. These 4 steps. Okay. So these 4 steps, brothers and sisters, is what the body goes through. And you're not gonna bypass this. You know, you're not gonna, no matter what you eat, you're not gonna change those laws. Okay? Those laws are around the clock. So if you eat at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're still gonna be going through the last cycle, which is elimination. So that the food that you eat while your body is in the process of elimination, that food isn't going nowhere until tomorrow, until the next elimination time. Do you understand? So, because it has to go into the queue, you can't jump the queue, you know? So, this is what we have to understand. The body goes through these steps, and we have to abide by these steps. Now, you're eating 1 meal a day because your body understands that it doesn't need to over saturate itself with energy. Meaning, for example, if I go to the petrol station and I fill up my tank, and then I know, yeah, that my tank, right, is supposed to, you know, keep me going for like 3 days. But every 3 hours, I go to the petrol station to fill up my tank. Every 3 hours, every 3 hours, every 3 hours. Number 1, I'm wasting time. Number 2, I'm not giving my vehicle enough time to use up what it has already gained. You know, I'm not allowing my body to use the chickpeas that are put inside of him in at 12 o'clock, at, I don't know, 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Whatever time you eat, you didn't give your body enough time to do what it was supposed to do. You know, he was constantly consuming. So we're supposed to be able to put food in our bodies, and our bodies uses that food for the whole day, to run our whole day, to give us energy for the whole day. But because the food that we're consuming has no energy inside it, remember, we're eating dead carcass. We're eating the dead bodies of animals that should be in graveyards. But now we use our stomachs as the graveyard. So now our stomachs are the graveyard. You see, we claim that we love life, but yet we consume death every single day. Every couple of hours, we've got a piece of death in our mouth, but we claim to love life. So we have to understand, brothers and sisters, that it's not going to be easy, and this is not for the weak. You know, we have to teach the weak how to be strong. That's what we're here to do. But the people who are strong, yeah, I see you. You're doing what you got to do. But the people who are weak need help. And we need to help them. You know, when you see someone that doesn't understand, help them to understand. Okay. So when you're eating one meal a day, your body's supposed to feel energy. Your body's supposed to feel like it's been lifted up. Your body's supposed to feel like I can go on to our sleep. But we eat the garbage, has no energy. You want to eat again because you're looking for more energy because the food you ate had no energy. And then you eat the next food that has no energy. And that still don't nourish you, so you eat again looking for more energy. And then you find no energy. And then, you know, you'll smoke, or, you know, you'll eat something sweet. You'll do something, you know, you'll do something to try and get your energy up. Maybe alcohol to stimulate you. Maybe any drug. So one meal a day is good. It also helps your digestive system to take a break. You know, your body, you're not supposed to be using the toilet every second. You know, that's just a metaphor. However, when you eat too much, you become constipated, so you can't even use the toilet every second. When you eat once a day, you feel light. You know, you won't feel heavy. When you eat once a day, your thoughts are clearer. When you eat once a day, you live longer. The less you eat, the longer you live. The research has been done. It's been said, it's been told. You know, because you're putting less in you. The less things that go in you, because remember, most things are compromised. In the alkaline kingdom, they could compromise the agave. You don't know, because you wasn't in the factory when it was being made, when it was being processed. They could have said, Barry, put some glucose in there. And Barry could have put some glucose in there. You don't know that. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Even with the flour, you know, you don't know. Like, Cindy, put some glucose in there. There's some white flour in there. You don't know. We wasn't there in the factories. We have no idea. So even there, we could be compromised. You have no idea because you don't make the stuff yourself. And people say, oh, the fruits have been sprayed. I hope you lot are washing your fruits out there, because I definitely am washing my fruits with spring water and lime. You know, I don't eat the skin anyway, so I don't need to worry about all of that. People eat the skin, that's cool, but I'm not gonna go and eat the skin now. You know, eating once a day is brilliant. That's what we need to do. I'm trying to eat once every 2 days now. I'm trying to go to once every 3 days, because we're water beings. We don't need large amounts of food. Check it, right? 78% of you, 78, yeah? 78% of you is what? Water. So when I look at your diet now, when I look at Tom's diet, Cindy's diet, Jack's diet, all of your diet is the other way around. It's more like 78% solid. So what is a water being doing eating solid food like that at that capacity? What's going on there? You know, what's happening? So we have to understand that when it comes to consuming foods, let's be real, like, because I like to be real. That's why I talk very slow and think about the things I'm saying, because I'm trying to come from the realest point of view ever possible. If you're 78% water, your diet should also be 78% water and 22% solid. Word. That's the realest how I can see it. You're supposed to be drinking more than you are eating. If you are eating more than you are drinking, then you're doing it the other way around. It's as simple as that. But obviously, look at our state of being now. Look at our environment now. We're sick. We're sick. We're sick. Everything's upside down. People are putting food in microwaves. The same machine that Hitler was using to kill people, we've turned that machine into a smaller machine, and we use that machine to warm our food, to radiate our food, and we eat that food. Insanity. Does that mean you can't tell? They're asking. Look, it's disgusting in the world. The world is trash. Yes, good things is happening, but the world is trash right now. Mad stuff is going on. So all I'm trying to say for my righteous brothers and sisters, my star seeds, my soul family, because there's people on this planet Earth that don't know you, but if you were both to link up right now, you would treat each other like family, just based on their vibration, how they are, what they believe in, their morals, their values. You know, you might even get married when you meet this person, marry them, become your best friend, become one of your people in your close circle, because these people are your soul family. There's people in families right now, they don't believe they're supposed to be in certain family, in that family. Why? Because they're so different. You know? So this alkaline journey here is for the individual. Everybody can't join you on this journey. It's impossible. Okay? We're trying to get down to beings that eat once a day or once every 2 days, because we know the less we eat, the more powerful we are. This machine doesn't want bare stuff going through it all the time. Do you understand? It doesn't. It just doesn't need it. Okay, people are afraid of losing weight. Oh, I'm gonna lose weight though. What do I do if I lose weight? Look, nobody on the planet knows. Listen carefully. Listen to this very carefully. No one on the planet knows who they are. Unless you were born alkaline, you're born natural. You're born and you ate all the things that you're supposed to eat, and your mom was eating all natural as well when she was born, then you know who you are. But if you was born by someone who was eating meat, came out of a woman that was eating meat, you don't know who you are yet. If you reach 22 years old eating meat and you change your diet from 22 years old and you start to go alkaline, maybe at 44 you start knowing who you truly are. Because you change your DNA, your cells, for 22 years. You're putting the DNA of fish in you. You're putting the DNA of dogs in you, and cats in you, and rats in you, and pigs in you. You're putting the DNA of the scavengers of the ocean, the pigs of the ocean, crabs and shrimp, snails, pig's tail, ham, bacon, rice, potatoes, celery, carrots, all these hybrid foods, DNA of animals. You've been switching up your whole self. Toothpaste, fluoride, calcifying your pineal gland. Only God knows how we still survive. But look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm here. Look at this, you're here. Do you know what I mean? After eating all of that garbage, look at you and I, we're here. Look at us, we're still standing. And we've woken up to it now. You know, we have to teach others. We have to teach others. They did all of that to us, but we're still here. Imagine if we're brilliant while they did that to us. Imagine what we would be able to do if we didn't have that done to us. People eating meat that have incredible talent, musicians, producers, you know, people who build things, design things, architecture, into people into technology. You know, look at that boy, what's his name? Can't remember his name. He worked for Nipsey Hussle, doing incredible stuff. All of us are doing incredible things in the world, eating garbage. So imagine if we didn't eat the garbage, what then would we be doing? We have to cross the T's and dot the I's. We have to look in between the lines. We have to fathom the impossible. What people say is not possible, we have to fathom that. We have to fathom that. Now, it's time. So yes, eating once a day is good. And you have to fight that hunger. If you get hungry, drink water, trick your stomach. You see, if your stomach goes and you drink a whole liter of water or half a liter of water, your stomach will think that you just ate. Try it, trust me. Okay, or drink a sea moss and lime smoothie, or sea moss and lime drink. Just blend sea moss and lime together, tiny bit of dates or tiny bit of agave, and drink that. Make it watery, not thick. When you're hungry, drink liquids. You'll be surprised. It takes away the hunger. No, sorry, because, okay, sorry. When you hear that noise in your stomach, what do you think that is? People are gonna say it's hunger pains, right? It's your belly telling you that you're hungry. Incorrect. Your stomach is eliminating toxic food from your bowels, and it hurts. That's it. Your stomach is basically saying, okay, boys, it's time to get all of this garbage out of here. I know these are foreign entities and foreign matter, and we're gonna have to push it out the hard way, because the normal way, it's not gonna cut it. We gotta push this out by force. Otherwise, this person's gonna have so much backed up waste that, you know, his kidney is not gonna be able to take it, and he might go. You know, this is what's happening. So the body is trying its best to have a bowel movement to push that garbage out. And you feel the pain that the body is putting you through because of what you did to yourself. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. You gave yourself that pain that you're feeling. But that's called elimination pain. That's not hunger pain. Okay? Once that elimination pain is gone, you feel better. You know, drink some water, trust me. That's why anyone who fasts, they say, rah, once they never had no more food in their stomach, they felt good, you know? And people need to stop asking for evidence. Be the evidence yourself. Go through it yourself. Stop asking, but who's been healed though? And go through the experience, you know? Go through something. Tell people about what you went through, you know? Testimonies, I don't really like testimonies like that. I like them, yeah, but I like to go through it. I don't want you to tell me something that's going to convince me to do something. Why do I need convincing to do what I want to do? I'm going to analyze it and study it, get it, and then decide whether I want to do it. I don't need no influence, unless it's my wife, unless I'm talking to my wife, you know, or a very close friend. I'm not going to want to need no verification from no one for me to do whatever it is that I want to do. You understand? So we must take on this attitude. So how to get rid of parasites. I think we already did a live on this, you know. But you don't get rid of parasites. You starve parasites. Parasites are supposed to be starved, okay? And the only way that you starve parasites is by fasting. Fasting is the fastest way to get rid of anything inside of your body. But we are eating garbage faster than we can heal. I repeat, we are eating garbage faster than we can heal ourselves. So if the body heals itself in 2 days, or let's say 3 days, takes 3 days for the body to heal, guaranteed, no shadow of a doubt. But you've never allowed your body that 3 days to heal. You just ate food consistently every single day from the day you came out of your mother's vagina. You've been eating food non-stop, not one break. So how would the body ever get time to heal? It's like taking a shit in the toilet and asking someone to wash the toilet while you're taking a shit in the toilet. You understand? This is exactly what we are doing today. So we need to stop eating the garbage. Once we stop eating the garbage, I promise you, once we stop eating the garbage, the body will now have time to heal itself. But we must fast. A lot of people think that if we stop eating, we're gonna die. The body can live 100 days without food. You know? The body can, I think it's either 15 days without food or 100 days without water. I can't remember how it goes. But the information is inside of my Instagram. Scroll down, go to the post that says, let's see if I can even find it, because I want to give you some accurate information. Let's see if we can give you some accurate information right now. The mucus covers our organs, and it does not allow oxygen to reach them. Scientifically, it has been proven that the human body can live 100 days without food and 15 days without water, but cannot survive 5 minutes without oxygen. Do you understand that? Let me read it all to you so you can understand, because this is even good that I've done this now, because it means that you can now understand what mucus is, because I didn't even intend on doing this. This is an explanation to what mucus is, right? Let's just clean the screen, see it properly. Mucus is what makes us sick. It is created inside of us when we consume genetically modified foods and hybrid foods and starch-based foods, such as potatoes, carrots, rice, plantain, breadfruit, jackfruit, turmeric, garlic, all starch-based. And these starches, when we eat them, they turn into carbonic acid when consumed. And carbonic acid causes the liver to harden, and it creates tumors and cancer and hemorrhoids and stones in the gallbladder and kidneys. Sugar, which attacks the teeth, pancreas, kidneys, and the brain. It also causes constipation and neurotic behavior. Dairy, which causes high blood pressure and cholesterol, clogs our arteries and causes poor blood circulation. Meat is also something that we need to avoid. This causes ulcers and cancer and intestinal tract diseases in the stomach. The body converts meat into uric acid, which attacks the muscles of the body, causing poor circulation, high blood pressure, and heart attacks. These foods age us like milk instead of wine. They turn into gooey substances called mucus. They travel through our entire system after they have been broken down by the digestive system. So the digestive system breaks down the carrot, turns the carrot into mucus, and that mucus is just continually going through your blood, circulating around your blood, going everywhere. Whatever we eat, our body will turn into blood, but unnatural foods and flesh cannot be converted into blood. So the body will convert it into mucus, and our blood into mucus, and our blood is supposed to flow through our veins like water, not like mud. The mucus covers our organs and it does not allow the oxygen to reach them. So when the mucus goes over our heart, there's no oxygen going to our heart now. When the mucus covers our kidneys, there's no oxygen going to the kidneys. So the kidney needs to be clean. Kidney needs to be cleaned. So the kidneys need substances like iron. And when you're drinking the iron teas gets to rub down those kidneys, and wash away the kidneys. You know how long you have to scrub something without no soap? It's harder to scrub something without soap than to scrub it with soap. So imagine, yeah, you can't actually pick up the kidneys and wipe it yourself. You have to just pour something on the kidneys and allow that kidney to get clean. Like I used to say all the time as an analogy, right? If I gave you a challenge and I told you, you have a bucket of water, yeah? You have a bucket of water and I ask you clean the wall, and you're not allowed to touch the wall and you don't have no cloth, and I'm asking you to clean the wall is muddy, but you have unlimited amounts of water, but you can't touch the wall and you ain't got no cloth to wipe the wall with. What would you do? You would have to keep throwing buckets of water at the wall until the wall was clean. It didn't matter if you had to throw 10,000 buckets of water on that wall or 1,000,000 buckets of water on that wall. Eventually, that wall will be clean, period. You get me? Like, you can throw so much water on that wall where the wall, the water can actually take away the mud and start eating at the wall. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you kept on throwing a bucket of water at one spot on a wall 1,000,000 times, or 5,000,000 times, or 10,000,000 times, you're going through that wall eventually. That water will go through that wall eventually. Do you feel what I'm saying to you? So, brothers and sisters, water is the divine essence of life. Water has no enemies. Like my brother, Fellow Kuti, says. Even if a big flood came and took your whole family's life, and you're the only survivor, you're still going to need water to brush your teeth, wash your clothes, to drink, to do everything. Water has no enemies. You have to be water's friend, no matter what it does to you. You know, the body just wants to be rinsed. In life, we're always looking at things and we don't notice that everything needs water. When it rains, doesn't the rain take away the bad odor in the summertime? When it's summertime, you get an odor in the sky, and when it rains, it removes that odor from the environment. You know, when you are washing your dishes, you use water at the end to rinse the dishes and dry them. When you're in the toilet brushing your teeth, you rinse your mouth with water. When you're in the toilet using the toilet, and you're doing the number 2, yeah, or you're doing the number 3. In some countries, they use water to cleanse themselves when they're doing the number 2 afterwards. You know, when you're inside of the in the washing room doing your washing up, you're in the washing machine. When you put the clothes inside of the washing machine, and the washing machine washes the clothes, it does a rinse at the end with water. You know, when you're washing your car, the final thing that you do is you rinse it off, and then you leave it to air dry, or some people wipe it down. You know, like, water is everything. Water is life. So we need to start using water more. And you use water best when it's time to fast. Fasting, when you're fasting, water is a good thing to use because you're rinsing yourself constantly, cleaning yourself constantly. And as time goes, you'll find that your urine is always just clear because you're clean. That's after 20 days of fasting, you will notice that, you know? So, yeah, that is it. So, it's very important, very important. Teeth and gum health. Teeth and gum health. We have a product called Mary Clove. We have a product called Mary Clove, brothers and sisters. It's on our website right now. We brought it out, let's say about 3 weeks ago. All it has is myrrh and clove in it. So you can use it for any kind of teeth problems or gum issues. Bleeding gums, sore gums, you know, anything. It's basically for the health of the mouth lesions, you know. Detoxing yourself from vaccinations. That's a deep one. That's a big one. Can we start that now though? 7:45. Can we start that now? Yeah, I think we can start that now. Let's go into it quickly. That's the one I'm gonna leave you on. Okay. So if your son or your daughter has already been vaccinated, what do? You load that boy or girl with iron. You load that boy or girl up with iron. Okay. If a child has been vaccinated, load them up with iron. Why? Because you want to push the vaccination out of the boy or out of the girl. The vaccination is, to me, it's supposed to lower the immune system. They're not trying to boost the immune system. They're lowering your child's immune system. Our children are like experiments. We are experiments. What is paracetamol? What is ibuprofen? You don't know. You just use them. You feel like they work because they sweep pain underneath a rug. No one knows what these things are, you know, so they're experimenting on us and they're surprised that we're still up and running and doing what we're doing in life while taking these things. They're shocked because we have power in us, you know. So when your child has already had that, you have to give your child iron. Load that child with iron. Please go to our page, scroll down to the meme that says iron. It's in bold. Okay, or buy or purchase our book from our website. Iron, the page inside that book that says iron. Find those herbs, boil them and drink them. We've got a video coming up next week on how to prepare alkaline herbs. Okay, so the child has to be loaded with iron. That iron will push out those toxins from the child. Drinking iron every day and sea moss every day without fail. You have to make sure that happens every day. You brush your teeth every day. You know, you pay money to drive that car every day. You pay money to take that bus every day, that train every day. You know, you do certain things every day. If you smoke a cigarette, you smoke every day. Do something for your child every day. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. do it. You know, not everyone. When I was younger, I had a vaccination called BCG. They came to our school to do it to us. You know, I could have been taller, I could have been smarter, I could have been quicker, I could have been, I don't know, my voice could have been deeper. I don't know that they done something to me. I don't know what it was. So brothers and sisters, in regards to vaccinations, avoid them if you can. Homeschool your children if you can. Teach them if you can. Don't send them to be taught. You know, lionesses do not send her cubs to be taught by female panthers. You know, likewise, the eagle does not send their children to be taught by pigeons. You know, so brothers and sisters, again, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. And we're always going to try and endeavor to give you the best all the time. I wish you nothing but knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and overstanding, sorry. Freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and eternal happiness.